Hello, Internet, and welcome to my live reaction for School Live, Chapter 77. When we last left our heroes, things were going very poorly. We found out how Rue died, which was actually sometime before the apocalypse. She was hit by a car because Yuri let go of her hand. So that was kind of striking. And as a bit of added guilt onto that, Yuri's found a way to let Yuki be able to get to the radio stations. They can call Randall and try to stop the nuke. But the way she does that is to grab a pistol and shoot it in the air and to draw all the zombies to her. Which is not a great chance for Yuri's survival here. So let's jump right on into Chapter 77, I Am Here. And our cover picture here is Yuki and Megane in a kind of hand-holding hug kind of deal. Next issue, the long-awaited conclusion. And so we open where the last chapter left off, with all the zombies turning away from Yuki and headed towards the gunshot that Yuri fired. And as she looks out at them, we see the specter of Megane appear behind her. Yuki-chan, and Yuki turns back. Megane? Toromaru? Alright, so, manga canon, is this kind of blending manga and anime canon? Because I don't remember, I thought Toromaru was a really minor thing in the manga. Though there was a bit where she did have Toromaru for a while, right? Yeah, so I guess Toromaru still mattered enough to manga Yuki to bring that up now? I don't know. It's a really weird inclusion there. That doesn't really matter, because this is all about Megane, and Toromaru is just kind of extra. And Megane, grabs Yuki's shoulders. Come on, stand up. Right now. And then, this isn't the same area where Yuki was it? Because this looks like the library, I think it's the library scene, or the convenience store scene, I forget exactly the details of that, in episode 2 of the anime, where Megane tries to, stops Yuki from going and getting caught by the zombie. I don't know. Because also, Yuki wasn't wearing the hat, and I don't think she has the hat with her. I think she left the hat behind in the room where Miki and Kurumi are. So I guess this is all one extended vision. Because we see she also sees Kurumi, who is awake. Alright, well done. Kurumi-chan? Look, it's right there. And we see Yuki sees the shovel. So maybe this is just another illusion, and Yuki did have the cat hat with her. I can't quite recall if she had the cat hat with her in 75 when she fell. But anyway, Yuki picks up the shovel. And Toromaru, woofs at her. And Ghost Kurumi and Yuki start to follow Toromaru when Ghost Aosoi shows up. Don't get distracted. One's up ahead. And Yuki, wanders through the hall. She takes notice of all of the dead zombies. And she sees a radio, I think from the Randall guys that showed up a few chapters ago. And she, prays at the body of the Randall soldier, and she picks up the radio. Just a bit more. Good luck. And Yuki, starts to climb the stairs, and she turns back, and she sees all of her fallen friends. Which just goes to solidify that Kurumi is not surviving this. Definitely not surviving this. Kind of like what I was saying back in 75. Though in 75 I also said that only Miki would survive. But anyway, Kurumi is most definitely not surviving the series. Anyway, where was I? Yuki takes one look back at them. Megane? See you. But get going. This is Kurumi. Now you're the hero. And we see Yuki's eyes start to water, and she clutches onto the shovel a little tighter. Yeah! Thank you. And the four of them all start to fade away. And goodbye. Yeah, Kurumi is dead. Kurumi is, the way this page is framed, Kurumi is super dead. And then we see Miki has made it to the roof. She used the radio to call a helicopter down. I think. Because we see the helicopter lands. And Yuki kind of like sits down at the door. Hello, can you hear me? She's talking to the radio. This is Megarigaoka High School's School Life Club. Is anyone listening? Setting language to Japanese. Switching complete. Bowman-kun? Oh, because it's a Randall thing, so it's connected to the Randall hard drive. Connect to Randall-san? Connecting unknown user to Randall Protection Agency. Connecting. Connection established. And on the other side, someone asks, who is this? And Yuki is ecstatic to finally reach someone. You work for Randall, right? This is the School Life Club. Please don't drop the bomb. We found a treatment. Wait. There's a pause on the other side. Go ahead. And Yuki steels herself to speak to tell Randall Protection Agency the treatment for the zombie virus. It's the high school's Megarigaoka High School's water. Shiko-san noticed it. The school's water supply comes from the river. The virus, bacteria. The river water suppresses Omega. Mikun got bit, but when we gave her the water, she got better. And we hear this huge crackle on the other side. Some kind of static is coming through. Hello? Hello? Oh, hold on, I just realized something, I'm dumb. The helicopter, back here on page 11, is the helicopter the soldiers got there on. She is not called the helicopter. I'm very dumb. Anyway, where was I? Continue. And Yuki pauses again. Since that day, it's been tough. For all of us. We've lost friends and people we care about. We can barely breathe and can't even cry. I don't know what to do anymore. But I am still alive. Living is scary. I want to stay with my friends. I wanted to stay with them to the very end. But I can't. I know how Kurumi-chan feels. She doesn't want to hold us back. I love her, so I want to be with her, but that's not enough. I said I'd be back and came here. To meet you. I am here. I'm Takeya Yuki, from the Megarigaoka High School School Life Club. Please tell me about yourself. Who are you? Where are you? We hear something on the other, and the word I'm, on the other side of the line, and then it crackles again. Hello? Hello? Connection terminated. And Yuki stops. And she looks out. The rain has stopped. I think it was raining, right? We see the patches of sunshine shine through the clouds. Hey, Megane. I made it here. All on my own. So now we're seeing she's actively casting off the idea that her hallucinations are different people. She's saying that Megane was always her. And I think this might be the first time she's directly said that, right? She's kind of understood that for a long time. But I don't think she's ever said it in words like this before right now. Anyway. And then we cut back to Yuri on the helicopter. We see, the rain has drenched her face and as she looks at the sunlight. And then we cut back to Seisadore, where the survivors there are loading something up onto a truck. Also, Yuri's not dead and the zombies are not after her, so I don't know what's going on there. And we see all four of them, working together as Shino, was that her name? The pregnant girl, watches. And she looks down at the Rue teddy bear. It'll be okay. Your big sis will be back very soon. Next time, the grand finale, November 22nd. Alright. We have one chapter left. So I'm trying to figure out what exactly the last chapter will entail. Because if it weren't for this thing on page 21, where the Randall guy just kind of cuts out, I think it'd be more kind of epilogue-y. We find out that Kurumi is super dead. And then I guess the other three survived, Yuri somehow. They would go back to the university where they meet up with the Pravity Society, and they try to stake out a life together in the apocalypse. But honestly, it's kind of weird to have a chapter left and to just not really know how the pieces are going to shake out. Um, I don't know. So I really love this opening scene with Yuki and the ghosts. We see it's like the final appearance of that, of the ghost Megane that's been with her since chapter 1. And it had kind of been gone, but finally gave her the strength she needed, and she got to say a final goodbye to them. That get going, now you're the hero, especially moving because, Kurumi was kind of the group's, like, the strength of the group for so long, until she, got infected and couldn't move half the time. And then this thank you and goodbye as the spirits all fade away for real. That I kind of read as the final true acceptance. She may have, like, mentally known, but in her heart, finally accepting that no one else was there. It was her. It's why she says on the rooftop, Megane, I made it here on my own. Yeah. So, beyond that, let's see. Yuri has survived, it seems. Again, it's a little unclear how she accomplished that. Maybe zombies just can't climb on top of helicopters? I don't know. If it was just that zombies can't... Oh, hold on. Oh, no. So there's a thing here on, like, the bottom left corner of the top right panel of 23 that I think is one of, like, the little, like, sticks that stick out under the helicopter to help it land. And for a second there, I thought it was the arm of a zombie pushing against it. But I think it's just a part of the helicopter. Anyway. So yeah, Yuri seems to be doing alright right now. Which kind of makes her big heroic sacrifice last time not as meaningful. Or maybe it kind of is. It was, like, what Yuri wanted was to die. Like, we learned last month that was what she's wanted the entire series, was to die because she let Rue die. Because Rue let go of her hand. And that came to the forefront the past couple of chapters. And here, we see that she doesn't get to die. She has to live with her guilt over Rue's death. And I do wish someone would tell her that, like, that Rue's death isn't her fault. Because I'm not willing to say that it is. But the only other thing to talk about is this moment, the phone call. The phone call to end all phone calls. As she talks to the guy at Randall Protection Agency. And so a part of it, is a little stuff we already know. It's the water, it suppresses Omega. Like, sure, they needed to know it, but maybe we didn't need to have a full page of, like, just panels we've already seen before, or almost just panels we've already seen before. But it covers not enough. It covers a little enough time, but it's fine. And then there's just that big speech from Yuki, how, despite how difficult everything has been, all through the past 77 chapters, it's worth it, She's still here. Yuki's gonna survive. I posited during 75 that maybe Miki would be the only one to live. But Yuki's words here, living is scary, but she has to keep living, shows that I think Yuki is gonna survive. No matter who else dies, Yuki's gonna live, Kurumi's gonna die, Yuri and Miki, I think Miki's gonna live, Yuri's a maybe. But honestly, at this point, I do think Yuri's gonna live. I think it's just Kurumi who's gonna die. So yeah, that confident I am here she gives to the Randall guy. I love it. It's a great moment for her, like, overarching development. Like the final, she is Yuki. She's just Yuki. Every other, like, vision she's seen has just been a part of her. And it's, she's no longer hiding from reality. It's the thing on page 10 of her, like, final casting off of her delusions that she had basically cast off before, but, I guess they were still kind of in the back of her mind, or in her heart. But at this point, it's just her. She made it here on her own. And yeah, I'm going in circles now. So there is one chapter left of this series. I'm not ready for it to end. But that's all I have to say for this video. Hope you all enjoyed the chapter and the video itself. If you did, feel free to drop me a like or subscribe or, do whatever makes you happy, And remember, your life is your own, okay? Bye!